This is Coyote News.
Concern over underage drinking in downtown Vermilion is growing. Arrests for fake IDs are on the rise and has one bar owner taking his thoughts to Instagram. Owner of Holler Bar and Nightclub, Patrick Majeur, says he believes too much police presence in the bar gives his business bad reviews. An article in the Volant found data that shows the increase in arrests compared to this time last year. It looks like arrests have gone up significantly for almost all offenses related to underage drinking. Coyote News' Carter Linke is live in the muck with Vermilion's police chief to hear how they're responding to the concerns. Carter?
I'm live here in the muck with the police chief of Vermilion, Brady. The Volant recently reported a 400% increase in underage arrests and a 300% increase in fake ID arrests. Our question today is, what is your response and why now?
I would say that in the past several years, we have been kind of short on staff, and so with our increase in staff this year, we've been able to have our officers go into the bars and do enforcement on our alcohol laws a little bit more. I've been with the department for the past 23 years, and so our officers going down and doing alcohol enforcement is nothing new. We've been doing it since I was, a rookie on the street, but we've just been able to do it a little bit more recently. We think it's important for our officers to go down and do that because, one, we get complaints from the public saying that there are underage people in the bars drinking. We see that when we have our officers go downtown and do that. And we also know that fake IDs are a huge problem recently. We know that fake IDs are so much easier to get now, and they're so much more realistic because people are getting them off the internet, and they're not your fake IDs from 20 years ago where you're borrowing one from somebody else, or you're kind of taping your own picture in and and laminating it yourself. So it's just so much easier for people to have access, and bars aren't able to keep people out necessarily, and so it takes law enforcement to go down there and see that they are fake IDs and to hold people accountable and not have minors in the bar.
Most bars in Vermilion have security at their doors. Why is it still important to investigate these establishments?
So they do have people that are looking at them, and when the bouncers or the people at the doors are looking at the IDs, the fake IDs are showing that the person is over the age of 21, because when they're buying the fake IDs online, that's what they're meant to do, right? And even if the bars had barcode scanners, it's going to show that the person's over the age of 21. So unless you have law enforcement who comes in and is able to have access, like NCIC that we are, to show that that's incorrect information and that's not what their driver's license actually shows, a bouncer at a bar isn't going to be able to maybe say that that's not an accurate ID. Now, there are some things that a bouncer, might be able to tell to say that it's a fake ID, like, 80% of the people in the bar are from Arizona or South Carolina seems a little odd. But we want to be there to kind of help reinforce that.
And do you have a response to some criticism that we're hearing from some bar owners?
We have only heard criticism from one bar owner. Other than that, we have gotten support from people in the community, and we haven't gotten criticism from any other bar owner. I've actually talked to that bar owner and explained to him as best I can why we do the enforcement and that we should be on the same page. He shouldn't want people that are under the age of 21 in his bar. And all I can say is I'm hoping that we can come to an agreement on that, and if we can't, that's unfortunate.
Thank you for taking your time to join us today.
Absolutely.
Live in the muck for Coyote News, I'm Carter Linke.
Thanks, Carter. Pick up the Volant's latest issue for a deeper look at the issue.